Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Gauchos, the stock investing show that's completely out of pocket to help put money in your pocket. I'm Austin, back with the boys. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Big Gauchos? It's your boy, Big Gaucho Tyler. We back. Let's go.
Hey, David's here. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic weekend. We are back indeed. And before we get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. We want to say a little special thank you because we just reached 100 subscribers over the past
Let's
few days.
go.
Thank you, everybody.
Love the support. We couldn't done it without y'all. We love y'all. We miss y'all. Giveaway coming out soon for a free stock from the Wheel of Stocks. You already know. So like and subscribe. Definitely comment below, and we'll put your name in it.
Y'all, we're going to see y'all at 200 and try to hit it this week.
Yep.
Tell everyone
Yes,
to
sir.
subscribe.
First news of today, as you see in the thumbnail, we got AMC. They have a little bit of a little oopsie daisy, if you want to call it, I guess. But they are planning to sell up to 178 million more of their Class A shares, which is substantial because currently they only have around 87 million Class A shares that are outstanding. And of course with their Class B, but that's not going to be affected. They have 52 million Class B shares. So they're pretty much like tripling their outstanding Class A shares just because they're into a lot of financial trouble right now.
That's a really insane volume that's going to be hitting the market all at once. You know,
Dude, they're going to go down to like 20 cents.
Yeah, I know. It's super concerning for that reason. But yeah, I mean, do you guys think it's gonna help out the stock any? I mean, it's already at like $3.50. I mean, pretty much rock bottom of the barrel type deal.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, it's gonna crash. But I think if it does pull through, it may be, a little sleeper, if you want to call it that. Because if it does pull through, they're going to bounce back, hopefully, because people are going to want to go to the movies again. It's been almost, well, it depends if you've gone to the movie theater or not, but for me, it's been almost a year since I've been to the movies.
Yeah, I haven't been since February 29th was leap day. That was the last day for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that too. Since it's been like 8 months, 9 months, I really want to go back to the theaters. But remember, Disney and all those streaming platforms have been taking a lot of their stuff straight to the platforms. So theaters might be taking a big hit.
Yep, and always remember, you can rent movies on YouTube for about $3. So there's almost no financial reason to go to a theater unless you're that bored that you've just been trapped inside so long you're willing to spend the extra cash. But
Unless you,
AMC could come back. They did secure $100 million in financing from Murdoch Capital, so it's debt. It's like debt financing, so it's not. I mean, it's not like AMC's like getting the money back. They're just like refinancing their debt out, but still promising. I'm not going to say it's going to save them, but there's a chance. But most likely they're going to be fully bankrupt and have to close all their theaters, liquidate all their assets, and not even Amazon can save them.
Yeah,
dang.
big words there. But with this deal, even though it's going to kind of upset a lot of existing shareholders. I'm sure if you were a shareholder of AMC, you probably sold yesterday on the news because you'll be hearing this on Tuesday. But this new deal they're doing can generate up to $600 million for the company, just depending on when they sell the shares, because they're just kind of issuing more shares whenever they want. So they could sell off 10 million tomorrow or just hold it off. So it's really quite unexpected. But if the stock does start dropping pretty consistently, that's probably a good indicator that they probably are starting to issue their shares just because the supply's outreaching the demand.
Dump it all at once. All of it. Dump it.
Do it. You won't.
I won't.
I think they're gonna have to. I don't think there's really a choice in the matter. But oh well, I guess we'll see what happens. But I think they're as good as gone. I will admit I was thinking about reallocating some extra money in the portfolio towards it today, but I decided against it because I realized it's like trying to catch a falling knife, and Tyler knows this as well as I do. It's just gonna end up like Hertz. So
Yeah,
not
definitely.
very prudent investing. That's called gambling at that point.
It is called gambling, but you guys made money off that, didn't you?
I did.
No, I
Definitely
didn't. I
lost
sold it at a loss.
Ooh, well,
Yeah, I broke even basically. But so thumbs up for a buy, thumbs down for no buy.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because I want a very risky buy to come in hot, and I need to make some money because I was telling the boys before the show. There's nothing really, there's no really good deals out there to even invest in right now, and so I'm probably just gonna put the money back in the bank that I have like surplus in the account because I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
gonna-
agree. I feel like there's not really that many options to buy in right now. I feel like the market's pretty much peaked right now, and I don't think it's a good idea to get in if you're not in, and I think it's probably a good idea to get out if you have a lot of profits.
100%. I would agree.
Do not get caught in the hallways.
That's
Nope.
why I'm not putting money in this, bro. Are you kidding me?
I know.
178 million shares going into this. They're at $3. Are you kidding me?
So what are you trying to say?
What's the math? What's the math on that market cap? I can't do math. So like, it's impossible, right?
Yeah, it's impossible. Like, I don't think they're gonna go anywhere. Like, they might stay at $2 max unless they do a pump and dump. But I'm saying do not buy this stock for the long
Quick
term. at least.
disclaimer: we do not encourage pump and dump schemes on big
It's out there
witches.
All right, lads.
It's out there like the
Hit up
aliens.
Reddit, Wall Street Bets. Let's get this going.
the only place in the whole world where you can find pump and dump schemes every single day.
Pretty much. But enough of AMC. That's a little bit risky, but we got some.
Yeah, we hate them.
Risque.
We got some big news from GM. They are announcing that they are going to start investing more money in their factories. So Monday, which is yesterday for you guys, they announced that they were going to invest $76 million into two factories, one in Ohio and one in New York. The one in Ohio is in Parma, Ohio, and they're only putting $6 million into this plant. And that's just to help support increased truck production for their Chevrolet Silverado and their GMC Sierra. The other place is in, oh God, I don't think I'm going to say it's right, Tonawanda, New York, and they're putting $70 million there, and that's to help with producing engines.
Okay.
Ooh. I think this is very much needed capital because GM's trucks are now in third place for the big three American trucks. You know, you got the Ford F-150 and all those Ford trucks, heavy duty, you name it. You got Ford, Chevy / GMC, same thing, and you got Ram. And Ram has passed GM for the first time in quite a long time. You know, Chevy and Ford are the two apple pie trucks of the U.S. So it's a pretty big deal. GM's been having a ton of reliability problems with their vehicles, especially the trucks, unless it's the heavy duty models. So I think the extra funding is definitely going to be a huge boost for their sales, and they really need it right now to compete with all of Ford's innovations.
I feel like they took all the money they were going to put into Nikola and just put it into themselves.
Yeah, they were like, you know what? We need to stop chasing the dragon.
Yeah, like I don't know. This could be unrelated, but after this happened, Lordstown Motors in after hours went up about $1. I guess maybe this has a little bit of correlation or no correlation just because they're in Ohio. You know, Lordstown is in Ohio. So buy some Lordstown Motors. You know, CEO Tyler Jafari and David Schaub as my executive marketing chairman.
Yeah, so next year you're going to see the Lordstown Motor Endurance vehicle pop up in probably the top 3 trucks in America, possibly the world. I guess we'll find out.
Oh, definitely the world. That's going to take over the Cybertruck. And Parma, Ohio is only an hour away from Lordstown, so maybe there's a collaboration somewhere in the works.
I would definitely hope so. Honestly, I'm happy GM that did this for themselves. Definitely dodging a bullet with Nikola. Honestly, thumbs up for a buy, thumbs down for us for no buy. I think this is a buy.
That's a buy, and I think GM stock has been taking a beating lately, which on paper, if you were already invested, this year or a couple of years ago, it's a pretty bad situation for you. But you can still get in. Closed about $41 today, so definitely a decent buying opportunity if you're looking for a little bit of value add, nice, reputable history stock.
Yeah, but if you guys are new and aren't sure what Nikola and GM are, essentially, they're like a toxic relationship. Nikola was a toxic one. GM was trying to keep it going, but things weren't working out. So GM finally cut ties off and started to self-invest, self-improvement
Work
rather
on
than,
themselves.
yeah, you
He
got to work on
did.
yourselves before you work on others.
we read that out of a relationship book before we started the show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And
But if you haven't seen those videos on Nikola, go click that channel link on the bottom, or might have a card up here. Don't really know. We'll see what Tyler does.
Maybe it's
We'll
it
see,
gets
we'll
late
see.
at night.
We'll see. But speaking of self-improvement, it seems like Boeing may need to do some self-improvement because they've been having problems recently. Again, of course, they've had their major problems over a year ago. We don't really want to speak about because it's pretty sad, but they are having more problems, and this seems to be a little bit less severe, but I guess we'll never know. But according to themselves, their 787 Dreamliner class, which is like one of their newer airplanes, they're having some manufacturing defects in the jet, and it's not like severe, I guess, according to them and the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration. But essentially what the defect is on the surface of the jet fuselage, which I think is on like the wings, I believe. I'm not really too sure on the anatomy of an airplane.
I'll fact check that.
But yeah, on like the fuselage, it's not smooth, I guess, and it should be smooth. So I'm not sure like what that really does per se, if it just like makes the aerodynamics a little bit worse, or if it could impact the fuel usage or something. I don't know. I'm not an airplane expert.
Well, I mean, if they're having to increase the inspections that dramatically, I'm sure it does something bad for the aviation side. It turns out the fuselage is actually the main body, so pretty much 75% of the plane.
Okay, so
So
it's like the
I could,
little donut thing, the cylinder.
the tube.
It's the
I
tube.
guess I guess I could see how that would be a big problem. That's kind of most of the airplane. But yeah, I'm sure if the aerodynamics are messed up, like there could be a danger of pitching and rolling or something like that, or like what happens when you hit turbulence? Does it just send the plane into a tailspin or what? Like I hope they haven't started flying these things yet. That's terrifying.
That'd be scary.
Boeing, like they're killing me. Like I love them, and I actually own a share of them, and they were doing good, but like their planes just keep having problems after problems after problems, just one thing after another. They cannot get it together,
I
and
know.
it concerns me.
Yeah, I might have to reinvest in a different aviation stock. Who knows?
Yeah, it concerns you, but it's also concerning the FAA because now they're being attracted to this situation. They've heard this, and I guess they don't have memories of a squirrel, so they remember what happened last time the Boeing had problems, and they're gonna make sure that doesn't happen again. Thankfully, because that'd be terrible.
Yeah, those max jets were definitely some incidents that a lot of people won't forget about. So yeah, that's not very good, but at least they caught it early on, and they're taking the necessary measures because it could have been a lot worse if they just let the airlines start buying these things. And thankfully, the airlines aren't buying any planes because they're so slow. But I guess it kind of worked out in a way. But I hope
Yeah,
everybody's safe.
exactly. I mean, I'm all for Boeing, and I think personally, I think they're a buy. They got a thumbs up on my end. But I feel like they need to dip a little bit under 200, and then I might actually put some more money into them. Because if you look at their history, they've been floating around 350, 400. There's definitely a lot of room for growth.
They were down about $145 end of October. I don't know how I didn't see it. I just looked at the chart because I was like, maybe there's an opportunity. Nope, missed it again.
Yeah, so definitely will be another one, especially how they're producing their planes with all these malfunctions and defects. So definitely another one will come soon. Hopefully this one.
I am hoping so too. But other new things coming soon. Might have a new IPO on our hands. What do you say, Dave?
This is an interesting one. I never heard about it until today, but it's been out for quite a while, I would say, at least a couple of years. But it's a financial technology company called Affirm Holdings, and they are going to be trading under the ticker AFRM under the NASDAQ. And they're completely different from how we typically buy things in America. Because, in America, you either use cash, credit, or debit typically. But they're kind of more like a credit side company, but they're not. And I'll explain that. Because they are known as what's called a buy now, pay later company. And this is really common in Australia and some European companies or countries, where depending on your credit score, they do a soft credit check of you. It'll determine your APR, and also it'll ask you questions about your income and other things. So like your ability to pay. And if you have really good credit, and I think they said on their website about a third of people who apply qualify, I want to say, you can get 0% APR, but their max is 30% APR. And this is all dependent on credit score, as I said, and also how long you're going to take the loan out. So what happens is, if you can't use this everywhere, it's only with certain companies that will allow this. And
online retailers and stuff.
Mostly online, yeah.
I've seen these at the checkout. It's kind of like a layaway program, if any of our viewers know what that is.
Is it like betting on margins? Because I do that a lot.
No,
not at all. I had no idea what this was, so I had to do a lot of research because I was like really confused. I was like, how do they make money if they have 0% APR? How do they like hedge against people not paying? But essentially what happens is, when you click your plan, that's what you're going to be paying. So it'll say you have 8% interest and this is the final bill, and that's guaranteed. It doesn't matter if you have late fees. There's no late fees, nothing.
Okay.
So it's pretty transparent. That's what they want to have in their company. But how they make money, obviously, this is really important for potential investors, is obviously the interest if they have interest, but they make most of their money off of companies they offer their services to. So kind of like credit card companies, where they will take a paycheck of the exchange as using their service rather than cash. They do the same thing. They'll take a little portion of the transaction for themselves, and that's how they make most of their money.
Yep, those credit card fees actually get you. So I think it's about 3% per transaction they get.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they do. It's not cheap.
So pay cash.
Yeah.
Or debit.
It's not actually going to affect what you pay. Like if you pay with Affirm versus cash, it's going to be the same amount. But what probably ends up happening is they probably just upcharge the price of the product to make up the cost. So
yeah, exactly.
Like you're going to be paying regardless whether you're using cash or this.
I'm talking about like businesses, like small businesses. They pay that 3%. It sucks.
Yeah, I can see that. So it's a little bit different, but what I found was really interesting is their biggest client that offers this service is the Peloton bike. That's like over 50% of their cap.
Oh, interesting.
And I think they're only locked into a 3-year deal where they're exclusive. And after that, they may renew it or they may not renew it.
Dang, dude.
Dude, that's a game changer right there. Peloton has been going through the roof. Kevin told me to buy it last week at 107. Now they're at $124.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, they're really going crazy. And I've seen this Affirm thing on a lot of websites, and I think the payment plan thing is really innovative. It would definitely make up for the fee that they're getting charged per product to the retailer, because hey, at the end of the day, they still get to move that product, and the financial risk is pretty much off of their table. Affirm's kind of like that middleman bank that's giving out loans and then reimbursing the company or whatever. So it's a really cool modern take on layaway. So I'd be excited to buy. Bloomberg just had an announcement. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think it's a really cool idea, but there has to be some things you think about before using this. So it's not like credit cards where like if you do a transaction, you can return it or get a refund. But with this, when you make the transaction, it's final. There's no refunds, no returns, no nothing. So that's one thing to consider. Another thing to consider is with like credit cards, you got your aviation miles or cash back. It's not with this. So it's a little bit different. I think it's more aimed at like the lower class, so they don't have to get, you know, screwed over by the credit card interest rates that they're probably occurring. So it's just probably, in my opinion, a little bit for people who just can't make the payment, but they want it, so they don't go into debt.
Well, it's also a good way to avoid predatory lending as well, because then those same people wouldn't have to go to check cashing centers and other title loan places and pawn shops and stuff like that that have extremely high interest rates. So this is definitely a good alternative. Bloomberg said their IPO could come out as early as this week. They had a press release on Friday.
Oh wow, what are they projected
very
to be at?
exciting. They don't know yet.
Yeah, it's still in the works.
I mean, if it's not overpriced, I'll definitely buy it on the dip. Buy on my book.
I hope it's like $10.
Dude, I hope so too. I mean, what's really got me is that Peloton deal.
Yeah. Why like you have FOMO about buying Peloton, or you're excited that Affirm works with them?
I'm excited that they work with them because of how much they've been generating in revenue. They got a piece of that, so definitely on the upside for them.
Yeah, and I think they have really good integration into Shopify stores and stuff. So just regular people online that are making products can use Affirm. So with that wide of a reach, I mean, it seems pretty easy to set up and could get pretty widespread in a short amount of time.
I agree. Yeah, but I think this is only for online retail. It's not. I don't imagine how it could possibly go to brick and mortar retail.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, the Shopify online stores.
So that'd be really yeah, I have no idea how they even would begin to implement it. It'd be really weird. You have to
I guess you could do it if maybe they could do like an integration with the Square register or the Toast registers, and you can just do like the whole Affirm process right there while you're in the store. That would be pretty much the only way it would work though.
Yeah, you just have to turn to the other customer and say, "I'm sorry, guys, I'm holding the line up.
I gotta give them a loan.
I'm buying now, but I'm paying later. You understand?"
Hey, could be a pretty big selling point depending on the store.
True.
But make sure you don't sleep on Affirm. Check out that IPO, and definitely don't sleep on shorting airline stocks, because a famous investor is doing that right now. If anybody is a big fan of Shark Tank like we are, you might have heard Kevin O'Leary has been and is shorting airline stocks. He believes that 20% of the revenue is, quote, gone for a long time and doesn't see much of a future in these stocks. Generally when a famous billionaire says, something about stock advice, I like to listen and see what he has to say. But he thinks there's going to be a long-term delay in recovery, and make sure you check out United, Delta, Southwest, American, Spirit, and JetBlue. Ooh, Mesa Airlines wasn't up there. My baby.
United's up there. I'm not happy about that.
I know. Yeah, those are all the big ones. I really don't want to get involved in any of the airlines either. So I like what he has to say. I think it's it's kind of common sense, like with the with the pandemic going on right now. Obviously, travel is not going to be the first thing on everybody's mind, especially going home for the holidays is pretty hard when you have that 2-week quarantine period in a lot of states.
That's true. What I heard was pretty interesting is over the Thanksgiving holiday, airline travel was actually at the exact same level it was last year.
Oh,
wow.
Really
that would explain the big spike in almost said it. It would explain the big spike in illness cases in the country after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So that is interesting. And I think it probably is true that it will take a long time for them to recover. I'm not sure about the percentage, but if he's saying 20%, then I don't know, he probably knows more than I do. I didn't do any research at all into this, but I agree with it. It'll be gone for a while.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's got some inside info, like low-key.
So I'm definitely gonna buy
not
the
accusing
dip.
anybody of insider trading, but yeah, buy the dip.
I'm buying American. I'm staying hold long on my United Airlines stock. I'm gonna buy some cruise lines, and I'm just gonna hold for the rest of my life. And hell yeah, I'm gonna make some money. Big
The
games,
rest
big
of-
gauchos. We take risk.
the rest of your life. I'm gonna die with these Spirit Airlines shares.
Hell yeah.
Take him to the grave.
Hey man, I'm sure it'll be worth something in like 60 years. But you know, if you want something else that you can take to the bank, might be worth a little bit in 60 years, might not, never know. Biggest winners, biggest losers, and sleepers coming in hot.
Hit that soundtrack.
Oh,
Woo! Our Venus Incorporated.
Yeah, they went
What
up quite a
what
lot
is it,
today.
Dave?
They went up 95%. So they just, I think if I remember correctly, they first offered the IPO. So I mean that number is kind of relevant.
Like
But
today?
yeah, like they just offered shares.
Oh,
So I think
okay.
that's why the number is a little bit crazy. But they are a, pharmaceutical company, so they're a little bit hit or miss. But they released a study today that showed that some of their potential Protac drugs, not to be confused with Prozac, the SSRI, but they're Protac drugs. We have had here first. It's not named yet, so it's just like a number essentially. ARV 471, which is an estrogen receptor degrader, and that's used for certain types of breast cancer that have increased estrogen receptors, essentially. And then their other one is ARV 110, and that's used to treat prostate cancer. They had really promising signs, but I just want to caution because they were only on clinical stage 1, and for medications, it's a lot different than vaccination for drug development. So it takes a long, long time. So it could even be like 5 or 6 years until this is fully passed and approved by the FDA.
oh wow. That's gonna take some time.
Yeah, that is a long way out, but it's a much needed advancement in that area of science for sure that affects a lot of people.
Oh, definitely. So this is interesting. I always love science. It's my favorite, my expertise, I guess.
Oh, we know. Dave is a doctor.
I am not a doctor. Someday I will.
Dave.
Someday
Dr.
I
Dave,
will
everybody.
be. Someday I will be. That's a promise.
Introducing
Yes.
Dr. Dave.
Quick disclaimer: he is not a doctor yet, but he will be a doctor soon. So
Hopefully.
whatever he says now is valid, and you should definitely follow his instructions. He is liable for all medical advice given on the show.
He's performing surgery unlicensed. Just kidding. Just kidding. Cut that out. Cut that out.
JK. Real disclaimer: David is not a medical practitioner yet. He isn't going to be going to medical school, and everything that's said on this podcast, we are not liable for any lost gains or loss of health.
The wrong part of the show.
I know, but I feel like I needed to bring that out.
Everything said on this podcast is a joke.
God.
All right.
No, not that.
That is true. Everything said in the last 3 minutes is a joke.
It's on technicality.
Number
All right,
2, we have Sprout Social Incorporated under the ticker SPT, and they're up 12.4%. And this is a social media software company.
The next Instagram is Sprout Social.
Pretty much, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, that's number 2. Let's hit the losers.
Lose. Virgin Galactic Holdings, everybody's favorite space company.
Yeah, they're down quite a lot. They are down 17.4%. And that's because they had a failed test flight today, or I guess yesterday. They did have a suborbital space flight where they were going to try to launch their what's called the Spaceship 2. That's the actual name of it, not made up. That's just the name, and it's kind of stupid, but whatever. They were going to try to put it into a suborbital launch, I guess, and it failed to have ignition on the engines because it was being like what's it called, like piggybacked by another plane, and then, like it was going to drop it off, and then that was going to take off. I don't know what the name of it is, but if that made sense.
I know what you mean. Like the one that launches it and then it has its own thrusters.
Yeah, like you have one
Okay.
plane and it just drops the plane off and the plane goes.
Shuttle.
Oh my.
Is it called the shuttle?
I don't know. That's close enough, I
either.
guess.
Close enough. We'll take it. But yeah, did you see that Tesla rocket that blew up too?
No way.
I did see it.
It did.
Did their
Just
stock go up?
fell out of orbit and exploded. Yeah, stock's going through the moon. Yeah. Tesla's going to be added to the S&P 500 on Friday, so look out for that story as clickbait on Thursday. Just a heads up.
Yeah, I think I heard that Tesla, their current price is like 1,700 times what their expected profit is for 2021,
Mhm.
or something crazy like that. Or it's
Makes
like
sense.
1,700 times like their expected earnings, like not even their profits, just their earnings.
Tesla stock is so overvalued. Oh, quick
It's like,
disclaimer.
what?
Quick disclaimer. I meant the SpaceX rocket, not the Tesla rocket.
Yes, yeah. The Tesla rocket was fine. That like came back to Earth or whatever.
True. Number 2, we got a garbage, horrible, stupid company. We got DoorDash Incorporated, Dash, down 8.57%. This is another overhyped IPO that was worse than Snowflake, Lemonade, and Uber combined. And guess what? Dropped almost 10% in one day. The IPO hasn't even been out for a week yet. It'll be a week on Wednesday.
Called it.
Pretty much this app doesn't do anything except it's just Uber for food. So if you got a card, just go get your own food, or just walk around the corner to the store and get it.
Yep.
Does
And
Apple charge you $30 for food?
they really do overprice. But like I said, I called it, Big Gaucho Tyler knew they were going to drop and told y'all to buy the dip. Hopefully it drops another 25%. Might as well throw a couple extra bucks on that quick jump up. And just a quick announcement that DoorDash is actually going to be partnering with Quick Smoke. So now you can order any of your cannabis through the DoorDash.
Oh, wait, are you serious?
Yeah, bro. Remember, we're going to develop Quick Smoke.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm so tired. I forgot it was our company.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got you guys.
People in the comments are gonna flame us.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like we should definitely come up with something like that. I feel like since cannabis is legal in Arizona, at least recreationally, we should definitely have some type of service.
Not yet.
Next month. Next month.
Not next month. It's in March.
Really?
I think so.
I thought it was January 1st.
Yeah, me
dude,
too.
I did too, but then I heard like the recreational stuff wasn't opening until March, so I don't know.
So we got 3 months to program and develop.
Quick disclaimer. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I just don't want this thing to get demonetized.
Quick disclaimer: this entire section was all just a meme. We were just joking.
Everything we said is fake. DoorDash is going down 75% tomorrow, or
Yeah.
I will punch Tyler. I'm just kidding. I don't
Oh
know.
my.
Let's just
All
check out these sleepers. Sleep.
Sleep.
Boom! Spotify technology coming in hot at number 1. Everybody's favorite music sharing app. I think a lot of people are partial to Apple Music. Big Gauchos is available on Spotify and Apple Music and the Google Play Store. So, we're not too partial. I am a Spotify user because you get that Hulu bundle. But I think it's a good long-term one, even though they're not profitable.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I respect it.
They got like a on me, like they're not profitable, but they're a solid company, so it could go the other way.
That's what makes it a good risky gamble. It could add some value to your stock.
Definitely.
Oh, portfolio. Excuse me.
Number two, the Steel Corporation.
Yes, sir. United States Steel Corporation with the coolest ticker in the world, X.
X.
I haven't heard of them for a while.
I haven't
All
either.
my exes live in Texas like I'm George Strait.
Thank you, Drizzy, for stopping in.
Yeah, you already know.
But yeah, there's a lot of new construction, new building going on because there's the best money that a lot of the big companies are making in real estate right now is development, because there's such a shortage of housing, number one, and number two, commercial space that they can buy with enough of a spread to make some money on. So got to adapt to it. What do? Build more. Steel costs more. Lumber costs more. Everything is going through the roof. So could be on its way up. You never know.
True.
Yeah.
I remember, I think it was in 2016 or maybe 2017. I just remember like President Trump implemented all these tariffs and steel in China, and then this company went through the roof. They went to like $50 or something crazy like that.
Yep, that's right. I forgot about that. That was probably the last time I even heard of US Steel.
That was the last time I heard of them.
Whew. Well, might be on the comeback train. They were on a losers list today. I will just throw that out there as a disclaimer, but they have big potential.
Ooh, what's number 3 here?
Number 3, the final big gaucho sleeper stock pick of the day. I've been waiting to do this one for a while. We got Harley Davidson trading under the ticker HOG. This was really popular back in March. I don't know why. I think everyone just decided to have a midlife crisis when the pandemic started. But they're back up there again. They're back up there again today for the same reason, because basically my theory is people feel like they have nothing to lose because the pandemic is never going to end. And so they're just going to buy motorcycles. So pretty much midlife crisis all year round, because people are just looking for some excitement to spice up this holiday season. And, you know, with not being able to leave the house much, I think a lot of people have saved up a lot of money, might go out and buy their own hog. Ha ha ha.
I think they're really cool. Like, I would totally get a motorcycle if everyone else drove one, because I don't want to drive a motorcycle and the guy next to me be, in a huge Hummer. That's a little bit terrifying.
Yeah.
The discrepancy in the weight of the vehicles and also the protection they offer seems a little bit scary.
The laws of physics are never in your favor, and you're 60 times more likely to get in a very grisly accident, especially in Arizona. The drivers are crazy here.
That's 100% true.
Yep.
So
Can't
stock,
discount that.
Buying a bike, no.
I've always wanted one, but I've always known that the risk far outweighs the reward on that investment.
100%.
Sad day, man. Maybe if we live out in the country.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
No big cars around to hit you. But maybe we can get a big gaucho mansion out in the country, and we're going to have to read some sponsored ads to pay for it. So number 1, to pay our mortgage, we got Anchor. Ooh.
Anchor.
Hit that ad. Boom.
Ooh.
We have no new additions to the Bankruptcy Boneyard, and we have not eaten at Ruby Tuesday and never will.
True. Let's hit the game.
Yes,
Tyler
sir.
won today.
Ooh. Coming back.
Big Gaucho Tyler took that dub.
Am I 2 in a row now?
Yeah, you are.
You are.
Ooh, Big Gaucho Tyler. He's coming
What do you
back. I've told you. I'm coming back.
You're
What do you
heating
think
up.
tomorrow, Tyler?
Ooh, I'm feeling a little tingle. A little tingle in my beard.
What?
It's speaking to me. He's saying 28. I
Wait,
actually don't know.
28.
28,
Oh, no.
29.
28.
29. I'm not sure. I feel like it should go up because stocks only go up. 29 is 788.
Wait, so going down?
Yeah, it's gonna go down a little bit more.
I feel like it should go up. I feel like it should go up. 100 points down.
You said 29,788.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was going to do 29,777. Dang it.
Canal almost took my number yesterday, but I was a split second faster than him.
We should just all text our numbers at the same time so we got insurance.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right. Shoot, what did we close at? 861. I'm gonna say 29. What'd you say, Tyler?
27.
788.
788.
70. I'm gonna say 29. 899.99.
Respect.
All right, I'm gonna go with the drop too, and I'm gonna say 29,600.
Okay.
Ooh. Ready to send it?
Let's send it.
3, 2.
2, 1. Send it. Dun-dun-dun.
I was just gonna go
I'm
like doot,
in.
doot, 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 doot. I've locked in my
I'm
answer.
locked. I'm glocked.
Locked and loaded.
Lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels. Locked and loaded. Shout out ASAP Rocky. Well, I guess you guys are just gonna have to come back on the next episode, find out who took that dub. But we want to thank everyone for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Leave us a voice message on anchor.fm/gauchos or biggauchos.com if you want to send an investing tip. We might play on the show. Tyler, do that.
All right, Big Gauchos, quick disclaimer because we love disclaimer. We are not licensed brokers, and everything said on this podcast is our opinions from our experiences. We are not liable for any loss of gains, so please do your due diligence and invest safely, Big Gauchos. With that being said, we are all liable for all major gains, and we're not liable for any loss gains. So invest at your own risk. And please like and subscribe. Keep watching our content. Thank you for breaking 100 with us. It only took us like 260 days, I think. So not bad.
Yep.
And with that being said, please like and subscribe. Dave, let this viewer know our amazing Instagram.
Yeah, so the Instagram is at Big Gauchos. So come check us out. We post some pretty awesome stuff every day. Well, almost every day, but mostly days. So come check us out. Share it to your friends, your group chats, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. All right. I want to try to stay very calm, but I need everybody to listen up for this. Make sure, if you're listening to us on YouTube, go check us out on the streaming services as well. We're going to be on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, Google, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, Overcast, or you can add us here on our RSS feed. Hit that share the link button, send your friends a time code, or tell them something interesting you liked in the episode. Make sure you subscribe, add us to everything, download all of those episodes. Make sure, especially if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating 1 to 5 stars. We do not accept anything less than 4.5 stars. System's broken. Leave us a review. Tell us what you liked. What was your favorite episode or something you want to see on a future episode? Boys, got anything else to add tonight? ?
Self-improvement.
Cheers to 200.
Self-improve that portfolio. Stay married to the money. Good night from Arizona. Hope you made some money today. Ooh, peace.